Welcome into the Fans Only Sports Network, our final game of the day. Penn State University taking on the Naval Academy in Division I Final Four action. Charlie Adams here on play-by-play with Larry In doing the camera work. 5 games down, 1 to go. The Nittany Lions take on the Sled Dogs. The 4 seed takes on the 1 seed. The Sled Dogs took down Providence pretty handedly to get here. And for the Nittany Lions, it was a little tougher for them, but they ultimately took down Virginia. And we're thankful to everyone who's tuned in to the Fans Only Sports Network, taking in this broadcast presented by Powell Lacrosse. As you all know, this game goes far beyond the end line and carries on long after the last blow of the whistle. Since the early 1990s, the Powell family has been fueling the imagination of players, fans, and enthusiasts with their highly energized brand of lacrosse and unique backyard style. From their humble beginnings inside the small upstate New York paper mill town of Champion, the Powell brothers played the game with fire, unrivaled creativity, and wild passion. Over the course of their careers, they became 3 of the most decorated lacrosse players ever. In 2015, their professional playing days came to an end, and they started a company that exists to support the culture, push the future, and pull the past. Now in their 9th year of business, they have become one of the world's top stick manufacturers, uniform suppliers, and event organizers. The best players are reaching for Powell's sticks. The top teams are wearing Powell on their shoulders, and the best memories are being made at Powell events all over the world. There was a big collision there that sent a Navy player down. Connor Garrison made his way to the sideline after that collision. A little bit roughed up and a little of a hectic start to this one between the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Sled Dogs of Navy. Visit PowellLacrosse.com, do some shopping around, and join the journey. They offer an industry-leading 1-year guarantee or warranty on all of their products, and every single stick that leaves their headquarters is strung by the hands of a certified Powell craftsman to make sure it is throwing perfect right out of the box. Use coupon code NCLL24 for 10% of your entire order and start your relationship with Powell today. Welcome into the broadcast here, Charlie Adams, bringing you into the action as starting in goal once again, Connor Kemper for Navy. He got the start in their first meet, or in the first game they played today. That was a long time ago. 11 p.m. was when this team, Navy, played, as well as when Penn State played. Schedule set up that way to make sure both teams, no advantages on either side based on rest or anything. Passed over to Charlie Dye, and now a big collision draws flags from all 3 referees and an immediate whistle. "20-minute running clock." Navy's going to head to the penalty box. It's going to be a Penn State man-up advantage with no score in the first quarter. Thank you to everyone here tuned in live on the Fans Only Sports Network, and those watching on demand also. Welcome to the program. You can follow us at FO Sports with a Z on the end. Remember, SPORTZ, if you want to check out everything that we have to offer at our website as well, Fans Only Sports. Z on the end there as well. Ball back to Dye, now up to the point. Picked off, a good interception for the Navy Club lacrosse team as their man-down disadvantage counts down, and we are back to even action. Another big collision as draws a Navy stick loose on that tackle, and now Navy holds their defense up to par here with them controlling it at midfield. The Sled Dogs, often referred to as Mac Daniels, passes it along, and now in the corner being fought over, Kieran McKenna. Had a great first game. Lost possession to the Lions here As sprinting down the field, checking his left and his right, Harry Dan. And a bunch of whistles on the way up the field. A flag is on the field, and Navy is going to go a man down here once again. The number 2 belonging to Tanner Wadovic in the penalty box. Nittany Lions with another opportunity to take advantage of their man-up chance. Passed over to Brody Myers, and now back with Charlie Dye. It was just another 30-second penalty. And we're back to even action now. Nittany Lions bounce one in as the penalty expires. Penn State goes up first in this one. 5 minutes in, the first goal belongs to the Nittany Lions. They lead it 1-0. Strong start for this 4 seed here. In our previous game we broadcasted here live, the 1 seed in Division II, Kentucky, fell to the 4 seed. Could it be more of the same with this matchup? Union College picked up the victory in that 5 o'clock matchup, as they'll face Westchester tomorrow at 11 a.m. The winner of this game will go on to play in our Division I championship, which takes place at 1:15 p.m. Pushing forward, Penn State back into the attacking zone. Now the Nittany Lions toss it to the point. Spinning back, a shot fired. It'll go up and over Connor Kemper in goal. Now just hitting 7 o'clock as our first quarter already 7 minutes through. Most games today have gotten a little bit of an early jump on things. Penn State, a bounce shot will go over everything, rolling out of bounds. Running up the far sideline. Navy onto the offensive, looking to tie things up at 1 apiece. Rotating around the X. Now in the corner. Kieran McKenna passes along and finds his way to Aiden Bear. Now McDaniels to pass it to the wing. From the X out in front, the shot goes through. Navy ties it up with Dane Johnson putting it away. It is 1-1, all knotted. Dane Johnson ties things up 1 apiece. We're back even here. Just getting going in our first quarter of action. Thank you to everyone here tuned in. Charlie Adams for the Fans Only Sports Network, bringing you all the action. If you're tuned in looking for Ohio State versus Maryland, you'll have to go to our channel and tune into that broadcast instead. Tim Duffy has you covered on that end. Back even 1-1 as Navy holds it at the top and now passes over to Aiden Bear. From the wing, Navy circling it. Passed back to Bear. And Bear gets it over to Daniels. Charging in hard and losing it behind him. Wadovic going a little too fast for even him to keep up with. The Nittany Lions quickly back down the field here. Surveying the options, some substitutions on for both sides. Still more substitutions as Penn State takes their time. Finally, the pass coming from Brody Myers to the corner. Penn State holding a good amount of possession time in this first quarter and increasing that more and more as they continue this possession. Hard shot, just missing iron. Floating up high past the crossbar off the stick of Zach Paremba. A cutback, now a dump out all the way to midfield. Jack Songer in life or death mode with that. Pass to the middle. Now the ball in the corner. From the wing. Back up to the point. Juke move made. Bouncing it out. Play slowed down as Walker Godfrey holds off. And now the pass to the slot. Inside look. Bounding around and will be scooped up. The Nittany Lions take charge here. Luke Hereshko walking out of goal as on the other end the Nittany Lions score it and take the lead. 2-1 here. Penn State out in front. Another score for the Nittany Lions, another lead for the Nittany Lions. It's 2-1. First quarter continues to bring excitement here. With 7.5 to go. Again, it's on Navy to tie this thing up. Rotating through the X, Navy now occupying the corner with Kiernan McKenna. Passed over to Sigliano. Sigliano gets it back at the point. Now into the corner with McKenna. McKenna wrapping it around and moving into the X. Now a good look, a fake. And then the shot, it goes through. Mac Daniels puts it away. It is tied 2-2. Mac Daniels made a good move, and it got the job done to tie this thing up once again. Even here in the first quarter for our third time, if you want to count 0-0. Big score to get that one past. Another big collision gets the Penn State side excited as they control the ball into the attacking zone with their offense lining up as Lloyd Atkins moves to the point. Ball now sent over. Adkins gets it. Adkins will give it away. Navy in a pretty strong defense here. Not allowing much cutting action here from Penn State so far. Still even 2-2. Thank you to everyone here tuned in watching the NCLL on the Fans Only Sports Network as a good save by Connor Kemper. Ball bounced back to Kemper. And Kemper gets it down the field, and the Navy offense back in business. Max Pastel at the wing. The lights shining down on the field now as we sit at 7:10 p.m. First quarter winding down its final 5 minutes. Screen set as Reed Alisanti comes in. Alisanti passes off, and the pass goes out of bounds as Walker Godfrey could not connect. Trying to get it to McKenna. Penn State and Navy both getting some fresh legs here with 3.5 to go in our first quarter. Ball passed to the corner. From the corner, it's going to be walked around into the X. Penn State showing off the loose or the slippery turf right now. A couple slip-ups before the slip-up and giving away the ball directly to Navy's goalie, who cleared it out easily. Now Penn State back on defense as Navy goes over the top. Wadovic tried to kick it along, but to no avail. It's out to midfield, now popped up in the air. A tumble as down goes Andrew Shuri-Olsen. Play resumes now with Navy still in possession. Now passed out for Sigliano. Sigliano has it taken away. Harry Dan making moves, weaving through the defenders. Has it knocked away and taken away by Navy there. breeze has returned here at College Park as that shot knocked away on the bounce. A minute to go now in our first quarter. A couple of whistles. It looks like some equipment loose on the field. 45 seconds left in this first quarter, and Navy almost got the lead heading into the break. Now outside. Whipped across, it will go wide and roll its way out. 30 seconds left as Mac Daniels gets it. Has one today. Looked for another on another bounce shot try. Penn State player down with injury. And that's where we'll call our first quarter. Score 2-2. All even between the Nittany Lions and the Sled Dogs. Stick around. Second quarter action coming up next. Welcome back, the National College Lacrosse League. 3 more quarters left on our day. After one, it's tied 2-2. The Navy Midshipmen, or commonly referred to as Sled Dogs, just down the road, Annapolis, Maryland, sitting as the number 1 seed, were the 2022 national champions when they beat Maryland. And in 2023, they went 9-2 and lost in the Final Four to Ohio State. 2024, they're undefeated, 8-0. Beat Lehigh to get here by a 12-4 margin. Strong program, showed it off in their game against Providence earlier on today. Now Penn State, the number 4 seed, 7-1 on the year. They lost to Ohio State 6-4, and they were able to beat the NCLL Pittsburgh team, as well as the number 20 Vermont team in a 6-5 victory. And Notre Dame, number 4 team, they took down 2-1. They beat Syracuse 7-4 to make it here. Putting on a great game through our first quarter against the tough Navy team. We're glad to bring this action to you live on the Fans Only Sports Network, presented by Powell Lacrosse. Powell Lacrosse, you can go on powelllacrosse.com, use code NCLL24 to 10% off your purchase. The hard shot sent in from Penn State. Gets the helmet off. Zach Poremba took that shot so hard his helmet fell off of him. He's back ready to play now. Or actually went to the sideline after. Rolling out of bounds, the ball out in the corner will be still with Penn State as they look to get back in front, trying to pick up goal number 3. Screen set. Bounced in, scooped up. Now the low shot doesn't find home. It connects with a Navy defender, not intentionally hitting the foot of Carter Weymouth. Now a takeaway for Army or for Navy as they move it forward. Bounce shot to score. The flag on the play as Tanner Wadovic gets the Sled Dogs out in front. Their first lead here today. They'll wave the flag off. The goal stands. The Sled Dogs with their first lead here in our second quarter. Good score for Wadovic. Made an impact on the scoring side of things in their first match. Doing it again here today to take the lead. Second quarter rolls on with Navy winning the faceoff. Tossed over to Mac Daniels. As back up to the point now, Navy with plenty of control time here, getting it to Mac Daniels from the wing. He'll crash to his left, back up, sending a shot that's turned into a jump ball. Penn State the ones to bring it down and whip it down the field. A quick interception. Andrew Shirelson. Now a wind-up shot. Open shot opportunity for Sigliano. Bounces wide, rolls away. Another flag coming out. And with that Penn State interception, we'll see about who's headed to the penalty box. We know it's going to be a Penn State player. And from the way he's talking his way to the penalty box, it's the number 20 on Penn State that will head off here. Man advantage for the Sled Dogs, already having taken the lead here in this quarter. Their first lead in the game coming just moments ago. Navy working the ball around. Back up to Sigliano. Still with 13 minutes to go in our second quarter. Plenty of time before we reach halftime. From the corner, tight angle, not much room to take the shot. It deflects out of bounds. Navy will hold on to possession. Counting down the seconds as that ball connects with the power over there. Didn't knock out ours, although we are in danger of that. Loose ball, Penn State's goal under siege, but his defender's right there to mop it up for him. Good job scooping it back into possession, and now a long lob up the field. A good catch made. Smooth pass, a smooth catch to follow it. Now the Nittany Lions are in business on offense. No longer a man-up advantage. We're even numbers here. Sled Dogs defensive unit defending a lead for the first time here today, or at least in this matchup. Led for all of their game against Providence. Aggressive defense being played as Nittany Lions passing to the wing. Thomas Barkowskis passes it off and gets it back in the X. Barkowskis once again with the pass. Swarm of defenders, no way that shot was getting off. It's loose on the turf. Scooped up again, a chance for Penn State still. Through a swarm of defenders, the shot goes wide. Out of bounds, it's still Penn State's ball. The wraparound try unsuccessful, and Navy finally able to scoop it up. They'll be able to remove it from immediate danger quickly as they, led by Mac Daniels, push through midfield. Now Max Pastel passes off. The bounce pass swallowed up by Wadovic. Still kind of loose out there. Now he has it in his grasp, where smartly Navy will finally take the timeout to ensure their possession remains. When we return, it's going to be 3-2 Sled Dogs in front. Welcome back. Our second quarter just about ready to resume between the Nittany Lions and the Sled Dogs. It's a one-goal game. Been a close one throughout both quarters. Thank you to everyone tuned in. If you're looking for the Ohio State-Maryland game, you'll have to tune to the other broadcast where Tim Duffy has you covered. But if you just want a quick update and you don't want to switch the channel, we can also provide that for you just as well. The Maryland-Ohio State game is currently sitting 6-4, favoring the Terrapins by 2. Takeaway out in front for Penn State, and they'll clear it from their own end. Nittany Lions with Nate Price waiting in the X. Pass from Brody Myers. Penn State trails by 1. Could the equalizer come up here as that shot gets past Connor Kemper out of bounds? Sweat passes it along. Or excuse me, Sweat with the good defense there, and now another save made by Connor Kemper. Connor Garrison gets it, and Penn State broken stick. 3 parts of it just lying on the field. That player upset as he loses that piece of his equipment and heads to the sideline, of course. Could maybe use a Powell lacrosse stick. Visit powelllacrosse.com. Use code NCLL24 for 10% off. Join the Powell family. Now Navy with McKenna. Going to his left, passing to the middle. Hard shot, knocking iron. Tanner Wadovic was an inch away from taking a 2-goal lead in favor of Navy. Couple fakes and a score for Penn State to tie it up. The Nittany Lions even the action at 3 apiece. 1-on-1 with goalie Connor Kemper. It was a fake high, fake low, fake everywhere until you got him to jump and got the tying score across. Even 3-3, 7.5 to go in our second quarter. Halftime approaches shortly. Navy with the face-off win. And scooped up Eli Paddock. Out of goal, passed along from Hereshko. Now a spin move, and it's loose at midfield, picked up. Nittany Lions continue to push the pace with Paremba coming in. There's 5 minutes to go now until halftime. Hard shot, that one misses wide. Nittany Lions with a couple of good looks here. Tied it up 3 apiece and now looking to go ahead.
Trust me, don't do that. Bad idea. Middle, middle. Who's helping? Middle, Connor.
Pass to the point.
Middle, Connor. Who's 2?
Penn State pushes forward with the pick moving to the right. Defender goes down. Connor Garrison still trying to stick through it after the hard screen. Play resumes as Penn State still holds possession. Number 4 seed tied up with our number 1 seed here in Division I. Approaching halftime. Nittany Lions. Aggressive offense here. Knocked away by Navy. Taking a bounce out in front and a big hit from behind. Flag comes out on the play. Navy with the long pass, looking to make the most as they smoke it off the goalie. A good save made by Hereshko, and we'll see this penalty come out. It's an unnecessary roughness call that costs a minute from Nate Price. He'll head to the penalty box. It'll be man-up chance for the Sled Dogs. Winner of this game takes on the winner of Maryland versus Ohio State in our championship game taking place at the SECU Stadium, home to the Terps football program. Plenty of talent there, like Patriots kicker Chad Ryland. Depends on your definition of talent, as Anthony Sigliano deals it away. Navy goes to the X, now back with Sigliano at the wing, up to the point. Tossed up to Sigliano, faked over. The ball handled by McKenna, and McKenna with the pass barely being saved on the sideline from going out of bounds. Did it get through the net? Hit the back of the net as Mac Daniels fired it along. It's still a Navy possession. Now a countdown. Forcing the action from Navy as they send it in. Shot saved. Man-up advantage off here. And the goalie going out of his crease. Will he go coast to coast? No, it's going to dribble past that midfield. It's scooped up. And a collision there sends TJ Kim to the floor. And a timeout is going to be called. Another smart timeout to save possession in their favor. 3-3, we're tied up here on the Fans Only Sports Network, sponsored by Powell Lacrosse. We'll be right back with the final seconds from our first half of action. Welcome back. 47 seconds. Starts ticking down from now before we reach halftime. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in here on the Fans Only Sports Network, taking in the action once again in our final matchup on this Saturday, full of lacrosse action. One of the longest streaming days, farthest away we've been. Big day for the Fans Only Sports Network to be able to broadcast these games and have a strong connection throughout the whole thing. No real issues yet, I'll knock on wood. As jumping throw from Navy gets it all the way up, and then, oh, that nearly could have gone horribly wrong for Penn State. And there's the half. After that Hail Mary nearly converted a go-ahead goal. Our game stays tied 3-3. We'll be back after halftime with our second half action. You're watching the NCLL semifinals on FOSN, presented by Powell Lacrosse. Welcome back, 3 to 3, with your third quarter on deck. Charlie Adams here for the Fans Only Sports Network. 2 quarters left in our day before we can reach Championship Sunday. Division II kicks off at 11 a.m. between the 4 seed and the 2 seed. The Union College Dutchman and the Westchester Golden Rams taking on each other at 11 a.m. And then the winner of this match and the winner of Maryland versus Ohio State will face off against one another to determine who wins the Division I championship at 1:15. Both games live on the Fans Only Sports Network. Free for you to watch. And exciting for us to broadcast to you, all sponsored by Powell Lacrosse. Visit powelllacrosse.com. Use code NCLL24 for 10% off your purchase. Join the Powell family today. As out of the break, the Nittany Lions go up, back in front. Quickly following halftime intermission, Pennsylvania State University is leading us here once again. Sled Dogs deficit again. Here we go with Navy working from behind in this one. Another 1 seed in danger here on our field number 1. If you're looking for the Maryland-Ohio State game, you'll have to check our channel and head to the other stream where Tim Duffy has that game broadcast to you live. People watching for the Nittany Lions likely have already heard what Tim Duffy has to offer there. Another great member of Fans Only Sports Network. That game's currently 7-6, just as close as this one. Just a little ahead in the scoring department, sitting at over halfway through the third quarter. Navy with McDaniels getting it to the corner. That shot won't go, and the chase down will be won. Penn State takes possession on the chase down, out of bounds. A good hustle play coming from Luke Koreshko. Now Penn State weaves through midfield. Slowed down as Brody Myers holds it at midfield. Charging forward, Charlie Dye sprinted in and tried to force his way through for a score. Denied at the doorstep by Connor Kemper. Navy's possession as Kemper gets it and passes to the far sideline. Now dealed away to midfield. Tossed forward, a collision sends Max Pastel to the turf, and he remains down as the play continues in the attacking zone. Pastel back to his feet now. Not doing much out of anything with his left arm as he'll jog off to the sideline, holding his stick in his right. On the field, Penn State holds possession as Charlie Dye gets it to the X. High pass goes all the way down past midfield. and will roll all the way there out of bounds. The rain starting to come down right at us here once again. Just a bit of a drizzle. Certainly chilling things around here. Hard shot, Navy ties it. The Sled Dogs get past once again. Aiden Bear puts one through. It is tied up. Really excited about that in the third quarter. This game is evened up. 4-4. The lead changes continue. We're back tied. Thank you to all 72 people tuned in currently watching this broadcast. Appreciate all your support. You can also support us at FO Sports on Instagram and Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter. FOSPORTZ. Remember the Z at the end, especially when heading to the website fansonlysports.com. Best way to keep informed on what lacrosse is broadcast when and all other sports that we are always bringing to you live near daily across high school levels all the way up to professional. Navy circulating once again after tying this game up at 4. They look to take the lead. Fake pass. And now a hard shot and a score. Navy doubles down. Reese Dalzell puts it through. It is a Sled Dogs lead. Mike Daniels was the goal scorer there and heads back into the bench area to celebrate with his teammates and enjoy that 1-goal lead. "12 minutes left in our third quarter as a broken stick abandoned on the turf. New man on, Nolan McEachin. Navy is really excited now with their 1-goal lead. Now Navy holding possession, moving it into the attacking zone once again. You can see how much darker it's gotten since we started our day here. All the way back at 9 a.m. when our first game kicked off, now approaching the 8 p.m. hour. Quarter and a half of action left to come. Juked now out to the outside. Crashing in is Wadovic. He'll step back and pass along. And another hard shot. Clean save there from Hereshko. Hereshko will pass and get it right back. Bounce pass by Penn State. Navy with some good crowd support on the hill right behind us. Well, a lot of fans also taking it in across the way in between both fields. Pretty jovial atmosphere on this NCLL quarterfinals and semifinals action. Winding down. Long pass, bouncing out of the stick of Aiden Bear, but he'll chase down after it to secure it. Bear now moving towards the wing, bouncing it back out. Not much to go there. Bounce pass, secured. Navy circulates it back to Mac Daniels, who's had a great game, a couple of games, including the one versus Providence over at 11 a.m. Now a bounce shot, sneaks past. Great placed bounce shot from Aiden Bear. Has the Sled Dogs with a 2-goal advantage over the Nittany Lions here in our third quarter. Just what the doctor ordered as Navy goes up by 2. Back at midfield. And the goalie with the mistake there as Kemper can't corral that pass. Luckily for him, teammate there to push the action forward. Now past midfield with Andrew Shirelson.
Take the time. Take your time, you're good.
Aiden Bear holds it. There's a flag on the play that we'll have to wait for Penn State to gain possession before a Nittany Lion is sent to the penalty box. Pump fake and a pass away from McKenna. Now the whistle. 30 seconds for Pennsylvania State University of a man down. Offsides the call that will send one to the box here. '82 viewers and counting watching along here in our NCLL Final Four matchup. Teams on both fields trying to punch their ticket to the championship game, where the winners will face one another at the SECU Stadium. Hard shot bouncing past. Navy holds possession still with seconds to go on their man-up advantage. Back down to even action, but Penn State takes over possession and bounces it to midfield. Secured there on the bounce. Now out of the penalty box. Big collision taking out the legs. Good takeaway for Dane Johnson. over to the corner. Navy with a 2-goal lead, but who wouldn't like a third? That's great defense. Knocking the stick free. Penn State has a chance on offense here. Penn State, they trail by 2, excuse me. Need a goal here as we are winding down in our third quarter. 4 minutes and a half to go. In Maryland versus Ohio State across the way, the Terrapins have opened up to a 3-goal lead over Ohio State in their fourth quarter over there. At some point they got ahead of us, and not sure exactly when that happened, but really got going quickly with that final game as a flag on the field. Nearly got into the goal itself. It's a cross check. One-minute penalty against the number 28 of Caleb Gross. Nittany Lions up a man for a minute and have 2 goals to get back. Perfect time to get at least one of them back in this third quarter. Pass slung along. 3 minutes to go in our third quarter. Man-up advantage continues as Navy still looking for their time here. Nittany Lions into the attacking zone. The spin around bounce shot goes over, out of bounds. Seconds to go on the penalty as Navy takes possession. Nittany Lions can't do anything with their man-up advantage. Play slowed down here, under 2 minutes to go now with ball back and forth between Aiden Bear and Mac Daniels. Now Sigliano over to Wadovic. The 2022 national champion Navy Sled Dogs looking to get back to the glory land once again. First they have to finish off the Nittany Lions, who trail by 2 under a minute and a half until our fourth quarter action kicks off. Ball missing wide, out of bounds into the corner. Loose, picked up by the Nittany Lions. A big collision sends the ball backwards, not where Penn State would like to be moving. .30 seconds to go in our third quarter. Navy not able to get past there. It'll cross to midfield. And that whistle signifies the end of the third quarter. The Sled Dogs open up a 6-4 lead over the Nittany Lions. We'll be back. One more quarter of action before we say goodbye for tonight. And back at it tomorrow with championship action. That's one more quarter away. We got to decide first who can make it there. We'll see you then. It's the fourth quarter here between the Sled Dogs and the Nittany Lions. Load up 20 more minutes before we can say goodbye for the last time here tonight. Navy leads 6-4. The 1 seed looking to be one of the teams in the championship game. Last time that we checked in with our friends over at the other field, it looked like it would be versus the Maryland Terrapins, the host team. And still the same story. When you check back, it's 10-7 with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter across the way. Here just a 2-goal lead for our team in front, the Navy Sled Dogs, but it's been an uphill climb. They had to work for this lead and work from behind for a good portion of this game as well. The Lions fire a shot, goes wide. Connor Kemper still in goal for Navy. He's been there all day long. Reliable source for defensive stops. For Penn State, they still have Luke Hereshko in goal as well. Now Navy holding in the attacking zone, passing it over. Maryland has just added on to their lead over in field 2. They're leading by 4 now. Passing it to the slot. An opportunity coming for Aiden Bear. Now a slinger from the submarine. Put away any hopes of that going in. Hereshko takes control of it, sending it up the field. Harry Dan charges forward. And a roller to Barkowskis has the ball at the point. Moves to the wing, shooting and scoring. The Nittany Lions are within 1 of tying things this game far from over in our fourth quarter. A 1-goal game. Insurance goal looks to be very useful at this point. And we'll face it off once again. Penn State takes possession. Tossed up, the Nittany Lions hold possession once again here. Now Penn State walking it along, now trying to cut the corner. Shot sent in, knocked away. Out of bounds, it will remain a Penn State possession. High pass brought in. Penn State in the offensive zone. Spin move. And the pass through the legs will go out of bounds. Navy takes over. Lucky break there for the Sled Dogs as they grab possession without having to do much. Poor passing, costing the Lions. Hard hit there, can't do anything to get the ball away from Navy as they charge forward with Shirlson. Pass to the wing all the way near midfield. Now the Lions defending here with less than 15 minutes to play with. They trail by 1. Navy being poked and prodded as the pass off over to Andrew Frosch. Frosch gets it back. Screen set, ball loose. Navy able to pick it right back up though, but now it's taken away. Without it touching the ground, Hunter Nalepka grabs it out of the air. Nittany Lions in the X moved it to the corner. Now back in the corner. Ball handled by Charlie Dye. Up to the wing. The Nittany Lions need one here. Fans tuned in to a great game here to decide who moves on to Championship Sunday with an opportunity to take home the Division I championship. It's been 5 games today, and this 6th one may be one of the most important ones of the season. Probably tied up with the Ohio State-Maryland game taking place across the street. Both Final Four matches in their 4th quarter of play. A 1-goal lead for Navy. And for Maryland, they hold on to a 3-goal lead still. Just 11-8 now instead of 10-7. So it looks like Maryland might have that spot locked up. Game's nearly finished. They're in a timeout now, and this game nowhere close to finished as it's tied right back up. 6-6. This game's all even here. Fourth quarter continues to be a back and forth affair. 6-6. These teams both bringing it here tonight. .11 minutes in, counting to go. And we're right back to square one, an even ball game between the Sea Dogs, the Nittany Lions. The Sled Dogs have came out, made a comeback, but it's not finished yet. They still have to end this thing off. We're waiting at midfield for the net to be fixed. This was an issue earlier on in the day, and now it's all again coming undone here. Now the goal ready, and we're ready for a face-off here. 6-6, all even as Penn State pushed the face-off towards their attacking zone, and now Navy recovers and controls possession with Connor Garrison moving up the field. Garrison at midfield, rolls it along over to Mac Daniels. Dane Johnson passing to the X where Wadovic is. Juke move, and now to the wing. The bounce shot just goes over the net, rolling out of bounds. Navy again with possession here, circulating it around from the wing, crashing in to the right. A good pass over and getting a little loose. It rolls out, stuck inbounds as Wadovic from the X scoops it up first. And now Sigliano's shot is saved. A good save made. And now a good bid for defending there from Navy. Luke Reshko again coming up big for the Nittany Lions to keep this game even 6-6. On field two, Maryland has brought home a championship opportunity. They'll be in home turf when they're at SECU Stadium tomorrow to face the winner of this game for our Division I championship in the NCLL. Hope to see you there. 1:15 p.m. Can't miss it, but if you can watch it on demand. Ball loose on the turf, now scooped back up as Brody Myers passes it off. Pass into the corner. Trying to keep traction on this slippery turf. Jack Songer the head coach of this Penn State team. Player coach for Penn State has their team tied up, trying to make it to the championship to take on Maryland. Ohio State falls in the Final Four for Division I. And this result still very much up in the air with less than 7 minutes to go. All knotted 6-6, but that shot from Aiden Bear goes wide, so it will remain a tie ball game. Six minutes is what remains. And the goalie wins possession for the Nittany Lions, fires up the bench. Nittany Lions, after winning possession, move it up the field, but have it taken away now. Five minutes left in this one. With Navy controlling it. Now Dane Johnson. Bounce shot gets out and will roll out of bounds. Time continues to tick away here. Navy controls it at the point. Bear cuts to his right. And a good shot, but a better save. Luke Reshko made the save and seemed to collect himself there for a second after such a big spot in the game. Whistled for, and Navy pushes in. Final 3 minutes to go. And a hard shot that will roll out of bounds. Back into play. Still tied up between Navy and Penn State. Gearing up for an exciting finish. As Maryland brought home the game versus Ohio State. They're already in there. And now a spin move and a big collision jars the helmet loose. A flag on the play. And Kieran McKenna losing his helmet there. Now players on a knee. There's an injury on the field. 2:13 to go. They'll stop the clock, and we'll take a quick breather here as he's up on his feet now. being helped by two of his teammates to the sideline. Nittany Lion in some trouble here, but hope he's not too banged up. Penalty is on the Nittany Lions. So a man-up chance for Navy. Play will resume from the corner. Man up for a minute. As Navy circulating it around. Good chance inside, just barely. Can't get it to go. Taken away. Penn State now working up the field. Ball loose, being chased after a stick from a Penn State player. Lost in the process and whistled for here. .30 seconds on the man advantage. Navy trying to get across the tying goal. Or get across the go-ahead goal, excuse me, on this man-up chance. Nittany Lions trying to juice all of their man down. Now seconds to go, and they give it away. One big clear, knocked away, a mistake. The shot sent in and saved. No more man-up chance, but Connor Kemper make the save anyways after the whistle. That's the end of regulation. That was the whistle that we just heard, and that means we have overtime here in our final game. 6-6. Some high drama here as we'll head to overtime to decide this one. It can't be finished in regulation, but we need a winner who will advance to the championship game for Division I. Welcome back here. Overtime coming up. Ready to finish this game off and declare a winner. Both teams ready to go. But first, referees and coaches going to talk things over. Both coaches talk things over before our face-off is ready to kick us off. Gotta have a winner. It's high time we get one here. They're a back and forth game like this. No reason for this game to end in a regular 80 minutes of game action. Got to push it over to overtime to decide this one between Navy and the Nittany Lions. The Penn State Navy starts overtime with the ball in their possession as Aiden Bear drives through, moves to his left, whips one way high. Pretty sure that got over the fence and way out of play. Maybe a little bit of overtime excitement built up that shot. Our final game with extra time here after Maryland punched their ticket already. Bear goes down. Now diving forward, trying to secure it. Players going after it everywhere. Mac Daniels now tries to secure it, and it falls into midfield, where all the way into Penn State offensive territory before Navy can take full control. Kieran McKenna now. McKenna stops it, gets it to Mac Daniels. Daniels at the point. Pass to the wing, now in the X. Sigliano tried to get it into the slot. The pass incomplete, out of bounds. Penn State takes over possession. Overtime continues. Harry Dan goes backwards, and now it's taken away by Navy at midfield. A big collision won by the offensive player Connor Garrison. Got Navy jumping up and down on the sideline. Timeout taken by Navy. Still even here, 6-6. We'll be back shortly with more action here on the Fans Only Sports Network. Welcome back. National College Lacrosse League action in overtime. Our final game of today's slate. The Final Four coming to a close. We started with our Elite Eight. We're down to 2 teams, and we're all tied up trying to determine who will move on to face Maryland, the host team, in the championship game at SECU Stadium tomorrow at 1:15 p.m. Catch the game live on the Fans Only Sports Network. Can't catch it live, catch it on demand. 1:15 p.m. your time, 11 a.m. for the Division II championship. Westchester versus Union in that one. Navy holding possession for a majority of our overtime period so far. Now passed up to the wing for McKenna. Long pass. McDaniels whips it across, and what a save. Luke Horeshko has been there when he's been needed most. Coming up big there once again. Horeshko way out of net with the short pass. And another whistle here as we'll switch off here. Overtime declares no winner, and the score remains 6-6. We'll be taking a break here before coming back with more action. The Nittany Lions and Sled Dogs continue to go back and forth and looking for a winner. We'll be right back. Double overtime, 4 minutes on the clock to decide things here. Couldn't do it in the first, let's do it in the second. It's winner go home, and they win it. Penn State takes down the 1 seed in double overtime with that shot to punch their ticket, and they'll face University of Maryland tomorrow at 1:15 for a chance to win the Division I championship here in the NCLL. What a finish. The Nittany Lions put it past. Connor Kemper stood strong through the first overtime, but as we got going in our second, that's what did it. It's 7-6. The Nittany Lions will move on. They're jumping up and down. They have made their way to the championship game. Navy, the 2022 national champions, not going to return there for another chance this year. Maryland has the opportunity to win at home tomorrow, taking on the Nittany Lions at 1:15 p.m. We hope you join us for that action, as well as our D2 championship that takes place at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Both games will be live and free on the Fans Only Sports Network. Catch them on demand if you can not catch them live. This will do it for our coverage here of the Elite Eight and Final Four action. All presented by Powell Lacrosse. Visit powelllacrosse.com. Use code NCLL24. Get 10% off your purchase. Join the Powell team today. You'll hear a lot more of that tomorrow for our next two matchups. We hope to see you there. It's been a fun day of broadcasting, a long day of broadcasting, but an exciting finish to an exciting day. Hope you had the same experience as we did here watching live. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you on the next one.